Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Legends of Arcadia Genesis. You guys arrive 2 days later at the college, which, as we've seen in, I think, one of the flashbacks, is a tall tower on a campus. And, you guys can show on up. There are students in the fields near the buildings. There are some professors walking around talking with each other. There is what do you call them? A landscaper or yard maintenance worker or something, trimming hedges with large magical shears. And I don't know, there's a hopefulness in the air as everyone seems super interested in every little thing that they're doing. And there's lots of conversations with eager minds at work, back and forth. No one seems to want for anything here. No, there's no hunger. There's no beggars. There's just, the academics and the study.
And Kale puts his hands on his hips, breathes in the air, and says, it's good to be back home for the first time. Anyways, Manfred and I have to start putting together my research so that I can present it to the faculty. Raekwon, you were going to go look and find our suspect professor, were you not?
Yes, I was.
Let me know when you found out
his
more.
Name. Absolutely. I'll go asking around.
I'll come with you, Raekwon.
Excellent. So, where do you suppose we'd start? I was going to go see if anybody was doing any research into Bellum. You have a better idea?
That guy over there looks like a professor. Why don't we ask him who's doing research into Bellum?
Absolutely. You, that guy over there. We have some questions for you.
That guy whips their head around to show you it's actually that girl and that old woman.
You're a surprisingly fit old woman with a boyish haircut.
I like it short, just like my men. And what do you want?
That's excellent.
Nice.
I stand menacingly behind Raekwon.
Well, you see, my colleagues and I are here on a holy quest, and we heard that somebody may have been poking around Bellum for research purposes. They had some kind of...
yes, the new dean. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Excellent. You said the new dean. Would you be capable of introducing us to him?
Yes, the dean of enchantment.
Wonderful.
Why?
Oh, well, we would like to speak with him, of course.
Why?
We have been sent on a holy quest.
Why?
Well, you see, the Bellum has recently had a strange change in behavior, and one
is
of
it
the
still
days...
active? When did you see him? And his behavior was strange. She says.
Oh,
very interested.
How long has it been since
2 weeks?
It's been 2 weeks. Yeah. So we'll say, we last saw him about 2 weeks ago. And his behavior changed drastically enough that A, we were able to notice, and B, it caught the attention of another deity, who is asked to be nameless, of course, in this, but we have been tasked to find out how and why this would happen.
Well, that is a matter of public knowledge at this point.
Oh, indeed.
Yes, the new Dean of Enchantment, promoted to that position because of these things, managed to discover... You know what? I'll let him tell you. He loves to tell it. And then she, points out a specific building where the new Dean is setting up his office. And you guys can go there and probably find him.
Oh, well, you have been absolutely lovely. We are going to go speak with that Dean, but if I'm around, look me up. I will make you a mean drink. All right.
Okay.
Abaddon, shall we go have a conversation with the Dean?
Let's.
Excellent. And I guess she's pointed the way to the office, so
Yep.
Off we go.
The whole party can arrive at the office, and sure enough, there are all sorts of servants and undergrads and grad students going around doing the dean's bidding. The dean is a man in his early 40s, clean shaven, big spectacles on the eyes, short brown hair, red robes. He is sitting down behind a new desk, rubbing his hands lovingly over it, gazing at the crystal ball on one side, the other paperweight over here, enjoying trying out the desk, dabbing the pen in the ink and then putting it back and moving the ink a few inches. Visitors, welcome. office hours have just opened. Don't mind the workmen.
Oh, excellent.
Dean Ferris, how can I help you?
I had a question about your new promotion. The word about town said you have found out a way to affect the minds and mannerisms of a god.
Ah, yeah. The greatest discovery of the century. Probably for the whole century, since, it's only beginning. I found... Is that Kale?
Oh, no, he's actually gathering research to present to the faculty. You
Nope, not here, never mind. He does not say that. I found that in their mortal form, or in their... on the planet Avatar, at least, gods are susceptible to magic.
Oh, very interesting.
I managed to get Ponos to bless a stone with the intent of, consuming the mind of the next person to read it, and then cleverly only showed it to Bellum, the god of war, when he came in through here to complain about not enough war happening in this part of the region. But I got him to take a look at it, and right round he span and walked away. Deity magic will affect other deities on this plane, and that means that deities on this plane are not perfect. They are imperfect creatures who are capable of change. That brings us to the question, can we affect them with our magic? I've never been able to, because I've never tried, but my former adversaries tried.
I can tell you from first-hand experience that it can be possible.
Have you cast a spell on a deity and it functioned on them? Tell me about it.
Oh. Well, you see, I pointed my fingers in an empty space between my companion, who was wrestling with the spear of death, and an unnamed goddess who wanted it back. And when I fired out my magic, they were both forced apart 5 feet with a powerful...
You were able to move her with a spell?
Yes. She flew back and hit this man right here, Abaddon. Do you remember when she bounced into you? We thought she might have taken damage.
No. Listen, are we quite done with the friendly talk here?
Do you want to get Ferris out of the room for us? No, I'll do it. You deal with the professor then. Ferris, come with me. We have research to do.
Excuse me.
Listen,
I am busy.
Dean,
I have many things. Yes.
Your little trick that you played. It's
little
had
trick?
a rather negative effect on me. I ran into Bellin, and in his confusion, he's cursed me quite terribly.
Oh, how so?
I shall show you.
Yes.
I'll turn into a T-Rex.
He gazes at you and opens a drawer, pulls out a cloth tape measure, and goes and starts to measure your waist, the thickness of your tail, and he just starts shouting numbers into the air as he does so.
Eat him. Just eat him.
I eat his tape measure first. As he goes to measure my face, I'll pipe the tape measure.
Puts his hands up and backs away.
Before you eat him, let's make sure we know where that stone is, huh? And I'm gonna shove Ferris out of the room and lock the door, so it's just us and the professor in here.
Yeah.
Wait, who do you shove out the door?
He was talking to somebody named Ferris in the room.
That is the professor.
Oh, okay.
The dean, that is his name. Yeah.
I lock the door then and
Got it.
Leave them alone.
Okay.
Okay, I turn back into me though.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you need to reverse whatever you did to Bellin so he can turn me back.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine. He's a deity. He'll get over it. Or some deity will fix it for him, or send some minions on some stupid quest to solve it, or when he returns to the divine heavens, he'll, I'm sure it'll fade from his person.
So, Professor, where's that stone at?
Stone?
Yes, the stone you showed Bellum. You must have it. It's a powerful magical item that you used for your research.
The curse was enacted upon it. The stone is over here, he says, and he taps the paperweight that's holding down his papers.
I pick up the stone and say, this seems about the right weight. Abaddon, I believe I know the way to reverse the curse on Bellum.
Ah, yes, you're right. Hand me that.
I hand him the stone.
Okay, I smack the fucking Dean around the face with
it. Make me an attack roll.
Yeah, is it a magic stone +3?
No, it's an ordinary stone. It's just a
Is he
regular
surprised?
rock.
He seems pretty surprised, I would say.
Not on a 7.
Okay. 12.
No, it will be interrupted. He has at least the armor spell cast upon himself, so the air wobbles before you. The stone creens near his face, but not quite at it. And I guess an initiative roll is in order?
Sure.
Guess so. Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see what I can do to this feller. I think the best thing I can do is just cast a spell. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Aha.
Sound bubble. Oh, that's quite good.
Yeah.
Are we killing this guy, or are we just beating him up?
Oh no, we're just beating him senseless, but
Yeah, so I can't really dinosaur him. That would be, or really hit him in the face with a
I
mist.
mean, if you killed him, I'm sure Rossi would be happy as well. It would be, less of a lesson learned at that point and more of a retaliation.
Okay, I think I'll cast Hold Person on him.
All right.
12. Oof, go last. Uh-oh.
Alrighty. Raekwon, you sound bubble.
Yes, I produce some soap, make a sound bubble to fill the room so that the sounds of this beating do not get farther out than here.
Excellent. The scholar before you, the professor, vanishes with an invisibility spell, and then you see like a chair get knocked over, and you hear the sounds of feet on the ground as he runs. You said you closed the door?
I did. I closed and locked the door.
All right. I guess he will. I mean, you just hear the sounds of like.
Now, do I need to be able to see someone to cast Hold Person, or can I cast on an
Yeah, you
area?
definitely need to be able to see them.
So can I do something else instead, since I'm already going last?
I think your Hold Person spell will fizzle, and you will lose it. And you can choose like a movement action or something, but once started, spells must be finished or lost.
Okay, so
what do you want to do instead?
Go and stand by the door.
Okay.
Is there any windows?
Yeah, definitely.
Open or not?
Nope, closed.
Okay. Again,
You can hear him scrambling at the door.
Yeah.
Back on the other side, Nyx and Kale have gone to sort out papers, or is Nyx doing her own thing? Unrelated.
Well, it's interesting that you would ask, Neal, because we shift the scene nicely away to the university campus, where Nyx is standing awkwardly against a tree next to a group of students that are listening to music and debating with each other. And she quietly sighs to herself, realizing that everybody was busy and abandoning her. And she just whispers quietly to Pan on her shoulder, "It's the birthday party all over again." Meow.
Kale, you are gathering papers?
Yes, Manfred and I are in my office. We are putting together the research that I've conducted over the past year-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get ready to present it to the faculty and hope that they give me my tenure.
Excellent. I guess back in the room. Should be looking at spells. Abaddon, Raekwon, you have this man in this room. You're pretty certain he's still in here.
I'm trying to see if I have to see a target for Tasha's uncontrollable hideous laughter. I don't think it specifies that I do.
I found a spot in the Dungeon Master Guide that says you have to see your target to cast all spells. Even their example, I don't necessarily agree with their example because it was a little far-fetched, but they said you wouldn't be able to cast a fireball into darkness. You would only be able to cast it at like the edge of the darkness.
This is what I would like to do then, is he had a desk with ink on it that he was playing with. I'm going to take the ink and just throw it at the area of the door, just splatter the ink in that entire area.
Excellent.
Are we rolling initiative for that, or
we're definitely rolling initiative because he is casting spells.
Okay, well, at this point, it's time to go, right?
I don't have a base initiative anywhere. It's all tied to skills and shit, so I'm just gonna roll it this way.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a movement action, basically.
Yeah. And this guy is gonna cast this. Oops. 10, 3, 9, 8, 14. Raekwon, you go first. You grab the ink. You splash it in the direction of the door. It will splatter across Abaddon and this figure. It'll like go right across his chest. You can just see like this outline of ink in the air as he casts slow on the two of you. Will you each roll me saving throws at -4?
Oh,
is that it? No.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no penalty if he does multiple targets, right?
No, there is. Still -4. Fail.
That's with a -4. It'll be a fail.
All right, you guys
Is it really
are
-4 with multiple targets?
Yep. Just break it, sure.
And I guess it would be Abaddon. You will lose your attack this round and have to do it next round because you are now slow. Right?
Okay. If you want, maybe I'll lose my attack next round instead of this round. I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you take your action this round? You can see the square where he is, but he's still mostly invisible, so I'll give you like a penalty of 3 to hit instead of 4.
Fail.
Yeah. Whoosh, swing and a miss. And guess he's just gonna try and get the fuck out of here. And since you guys are both slowed, he gets a free round essentially, and he will try to unlock the door and get through it.
Will he provoke an attack of opportunity in the process?
Yes, he will. So Abaddon, go ahead and give me an attack of opportunity. He's not gonna fully turn his back to you. He'll like walk away, but
is that a flank attack there? Maybe.
I think he has to at least expose himself to a flank in order to operate the door.
Sure. +1 for flank.
I should have had an extra +1 last time, which obviously wouldn't have made a difference just for this roll. Oh yeah, it's a hit.
This includes the penalties for being slowed. Slow gives you a -4 on attack rolls.
Oh no, yeah, it doesn't. So it would be a 13.
Right. So he will, again, the weapon will be slowed and distorted by the space in front of him. The door will be open, and the splat of ink will flee into the.
So, what is the breakdown
campus.
of your role there? Like, you have a magical weapon, you have fighter Thaco, you have flanking.
I don't have fighter Thaco. I've got +2 to hit for Thaco, +1 because it's a +1 weapon, and then +1 for flank, so that would be a +4, and then it's -4 for slow.
Okay, so it's actually a 17.
-4, so that's a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
but he's invisible.
Oh, right, which is another
but
-3.
he's visible because of the ink. You know where you're hitting.
Yes, you can target the right square, but you get
still -4.
You're not getting benefit from being invisible when you're covered.
He casts slow,
we know
right?
exactly where you are.
He's not invisible. He casts
That's
slow.
true. Like,
that's true. He's not invisible anymore.
I think he's got improved
is-
invisibility.
oh, he did. He would have had to break the invisibility to do slow. That's true.
Yeah, but I think he has. Right, he's not using regular invisibility.
No, I actually did use regular invisibility.
Okay, so it should be
yeah.
visible.
Yeah, so he would be visible.
So it's actually a 16 then.
Okay, so his AC is.
Armor is 14. Armor
Right,
is +4.
and I think he probably has 16 AC, so that will be a hit. Roll some damage.
Does he have high dex or something?
Or something.
Something.
Bring him protection. Loot the corpse.
7 damage.
Oof. And this cause, give me the random causality, right?
Yes.
This is the cursed thing. Does he get a saving throw? He doesn't get a saving throw, does he?
I can't see the things in the top. Is it maybe because my character's not out? I can't see the buttons in the top left to do it. Oh, there they are. There they are. So -1 to damage. -2 to damage.
Cool.
Your weapon doesn't have a plus to damage.
+1. Oh, but it's already a +1, right?
Yeah, it should be D6
Oh,
plus
that's
1
a good
is
point.
base
I've been doing that
flail.
wrong. Yeah, so it should be 8. Sorry,
8 damage.
What's
Okay.
that?
He will stumble with the blow and run into the yard. Ah! Help! Help! Nyx, You'll be thinking about the birthday party when a inky wizard runs past you screaming for help, and the students that were in music class look up and watch the new dean run across the yard. Kale? Oh, go ahead.
Can I cast a spell when I see him run past me?
Totally. He's just running. You got plenty of time as he, translates across your view.
Okay. As he runs across past my view, I guess, I will get out a tiny vial of oil from my bag.
Nice.
I'm gonna throw it at him.
And cast grease.
No, hold up. I'm gonna throw it at him and then pick out this card, and I'm gonna say, "Look at this card. Be quiet, and then be on your merry way."
I guess he gets a saving throw, right?
If he wants to, I cast personal perception filter on him.
Yeah, he's not really sure what you're doing, so he fails his saving throw and becomes not invisible, but just like hard to notice, just sort of like fading into the background details. And the students quickly lose track of, they watch him run across the thing, and he gets behind some trees and bushes, and they look back at each other, and someone says, "I've got it. Jazz. We'll just have nothing ever be on time and use weird instruments. It'll confuse everyone. That's how we get to the 4th level confusion spell."
Are they not going to use jizz for that? The famous Star Wars. Oh, okay. Maybe this one is not as well known. There's a Star Wars genre of music called jizz. Like, the cantina music in Mos Eisley?
Mm-hmm.
It's jizz. They're jizz musicians. You get together with the boys and you make some jizz.
Yep, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Okay, I'm leaving again.
Sorry. I thought that one was more well known, so I think I just pulled up an obscure Star Wars reference right there.
Very
I'm gonna
much
lean
so.
back against the tree in the shade, put my card away, just wait. Because usually you just gotta wait for chaos to unfold. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes for them to arrive. So,
Running furiously and angrily at half speed, Abaddon comes sprinting into the field, and the flail just like swinging around.
I'm running behind him with the lute and playing that song. What is it?
And all the notes are like shifted downward because they're not vibrating as fast.
It sounds really ominous.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Well, you have beaten the man and intimidated him. Is that good enough?
Yes.
Or do you need to really,
I think that the intention was to really beat the hell out of him, but given that he has eluded us to this point, I think it's possible that instead I might, once the slow wears off, call for a gathering of the students and faculty, in the whatever. We're in some kind of open field. I assume this is the quad of the university. I don't know. And so I gather everyone around and use my bardic tale, my bardic charms and abilities to be so I want everyone to understand that meddling in the affairs of the gods is a terrible idea. And let me tell you a tale. And I spin them a tale that is kind of like a copy. It's like a fable. I take the events from Verasi from a curious but immoral person trying to change the heart of another person in order to just see what happens, to see if they could. And it turns out that person was the god of the forest that they lived in, and their heart was changed, but the forest itself grew angry after having this happened, and it created